Becoming a teacher requires passion and dedication, but if you have a special interest in helping those with disabilities, consider becoming a special needs teacher. As a special needs teacher, you'll learn the unique characteristics of each of your students and choose or develop appropriate programs and methods to instruct. To learn more, we spoke directly with a special needs teacher.
My name is Judy Beach, and I am a special needs teacher. My primary job as a special needs teacher is to work with students who require specialized instruction to help them learn and develop their potential. I like to create an environment where they feel safe and supportive so that they can become more self-confident and independent and develop their abilities and their attitudes. A special needs teacher could work with a wide range of students with different abilities. Students could have hearing, visual, speech and language disabilities. They could also have a learning disability or a behavior disorder. At the start of the year is probably my busiest time. You get your new students and you have the students you've had from previous years, and you need to assess them. And then I write individual program plan, and that includes short-term objectives and long-term goals for each of the students. A typical day for me starts about 8 in the morning, turn the computer on, and that's pretty much when I sit behind my desk, is just first thing in the morning, because the rest of the day you're quite busy. I work with 13 students this year, and they're in 5 different classrooms. And so they come and go during the day, and then I provide the individual programming when they come to my classroom. Working with the educational assistants in my class is essential for the success of my job and the students' progress. We work as a team. We're definitely a team. I couldn't do my job without them. My degree is an elementary education degree with a minor in special ed. And through my high school years, I did work with special needs kids, and so I kind of always had an interest in that. I am very patient, and I think you have to be patient, and you have to be flexible and have a really good sense of humor to get through the day. We're constantly adapting and going with the flow. You can't always go the way you planned, and often you modify and adapt some of their work as you go along. I typically work with small groups of students or on an individual basis. Well, I might have 6 students working on their word work or their spelling program, but within those 6 students, there would be 3 or 4 different programs going on. You're kind of scooting back and forth between the students to help them individually when they have problems and give them independence when they're able to do it on their own. The tools that I would need to use during the day, using the computer and the smartboard, and we have iPads, so there's a little bit of knowledge about getting all that working. 2 of my students use a picture exchange communication system. We'll show him one of the pictures, and because we've practiced it in his routine, he just knows to go right there. Any safety concerns that I have, proper lifting, because we will need to transfer students maybe from the floor into a chair or support them, or transfer when we're in the washroom, where a typical elementary school teacher wouldn't. I would say I learn every year. Maybe I'll have a student that has a disability that I haven't typically worked with. If I hadn't worked with a student who was blind and now I have a blind student, I need to learn about him that year. What's most satisfying is just the small miracles that we see every day. It might be something that they've learned, but it might be an interaction between 2 of the students. You work with them for 4 or 5 years in a row, so you really, really get to know them. So when it's time for them to go, it can be really sad. There must be thousands of starfish on the beach. It would be impossible for you to get to all of them. There are simply too many. You can't possibly save enough to make a difference. The young man smiled as he continued to pick up another starfish and toss it back into the ocean. It made a difference to that one, he replied. So I guess every day I try to make a difference in the lives of my students. So that's why I love my job.
To become a special needs teacher, you'll require a 4-year degree in elementary education with a specialization related to special education. Specific skills may also be required, such as knowing various sign languages. Discover more about this occupation, such as educational requirements and salary ranges, in the occupational profile on the ALICE website, and learn about related occupations like psychologist and educational counselor. Make the most of your future. Go to alice.alberta.ca.